All right, we're going to go over some of the books that I recently added in my collection. I am working on building a library. So right now it's just books stacked up behind me in stacks and stacks and stacks. But eventually it will get more organized and cataloged. But essentially, I buy as many books as I possibly can, and I try to read as many as I possibly can. But again, if you follow me, you know that I am reading The Path to Power still, and it is very, very... Let's just put it this way. The joy is going to come in after I finish it, not necessarily during. All right, these are the books that I recently added. They're not going to be in any real, I don't know, I'm going to start with some and then move to some others and then change topics. It's going to be a fun time. All right, so this is Vagabond. This is by Takahiko Inui, and this is a manga of... it's based on Eiji Yoshikawa's Musashi, so it's briefly based off of Miyamoto Musashi's life, who was a famous swordsman in Japan, who also has a book that I recommend, The Book of Five Rings, and other works. This is a Tuttle version that's really, really good, so I recommend that you pick that one up. The next book that I recently bought that I actually want to read sooner rather than later is Think Bigger. It's a book about innovation, how people innovate, the way they think about things. Sheena Iyengar is a professor that researches innovation, and I listened to her on Hidden Brain, and it was fantastic listen, so you should check that out on Hidden Brain. It's part of their Working 2.0 series, I think is what it's called, or I think it's called Working. I don't think it's called Working. I don't know. Just look up Hidden Brain. All right, the next things that I want to talk about is going deeper into mysticism, as I'm a Buddhist. Language is really, really important. And so not only do I want to get a better grip on two certain languages for reading philosophical works and other types of, probably mainly philosophical works, but the most important one probably in that is classic Greek. As you know, on Duolingo, I'm very focused on Chinese. I have some books on how to write Chinese. I'm spending a lot of time with Chinese, and I'm very enjoying it. But I did, for my 2025 bingo card, I want to get working, at least in some capacity, in getting Greek. I've studied classic Greek in the past, usually because it has to do with mysticism. When we're talking about Western mysticism or ceremonial magic or ceremonial mysticism or Jewish mysticism, you usually have Hebrew, Greek, and then Latin. So I've studied Hebrew in the past. I've studied a little bit of Greek in the past, but I don't know it well enough to read philosophical works, and that's why I want to do this. And then the next one is Latin. I'm using basic Latin, and this is the most famous one, Wheelock's Latin. I would recommend probably this one over this one if you're just going to dabble in it. And also Duolingo has a really good Latin course in it as well, if you're worried how to say some of the words. All right, be thankful for every time. We'll talk with you next time. Bye.